The last wave is here. Wave 6 of the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pass DLC. So this included Rome Aviante, GCN DK Mountain, Wii Daisy Circuit, Piranha Plant Cove, Madrid Drive, 3DS Rosalina's Ice World, SNES Bouncer Castle 3, and Wii's Rainbow Road. So again, I played each track at least 3 times each, and I'm ready to basically give my overall thoughts and feelings on each of the track, and then afterwards I'll rank them into a top 8 as always, and let's see which track will win Wave 6. So let's start off with Rome Aviante. This track is a pretty good track. The music is very good but a bit repetitive. It also has a very good atmosphere. I like how this track is set at night as well. I honestly think that this is the only European track to be set at night. This track can be a bit confusing at times in terms of where you need to go, since you do interact with other racers going in completely different directions in previous laps. But apart from that, there isn't really too much more to say about this track. It's a good fun Mario Kart Tour city track. Yeah, it's not the best city track in the Booster Course Pass, but it's not the worst. Graphically, this track looks amazing, and the actual volcano looks so good. This is definitely the best version of GCN DK Mountain. Although I do find GCN DK Mountain to be a bit overrated, both in the original Double Dash version and this version. I mean, yes, this track does look visually really good, but this track just doesn't really impress me very well. The music is bland and the track just doesn't really sit well with me. There's nothing inherently wrong with this track, I just don't really like it very much. It's just not my type of track. It's just alright, and I do find it to be overrated. I honestly would have preferred it if Nintendo brought back Dino Dino Jungle instead. I was so excited to see this track come back, because Wii's Daisy Circuit is so underrated. But it turns out I was a little too excited, honestly, because I was actually kind of disappointed by the end. For starters, I think Nintendo kind of ruined the music of this track. The music now seems a lot lighter in texture in terms of the Wii's version. And also the track seems to be a bit smaller as well. But I cannot deny that the graphics look amazing, so I will give the track that, and also I like how they kept in the shortcut. Although it's blocked off by a wooden piranha plant, so you need either a mushroom boost or a shell to break the blockage in order to use the shortcut. This track ended up being quite a mixed bag for me. There's elements that I liked and other elements that I don't like. I'm sure this track will grow on me over time because I do find Wii Daisy Circuit to be a very underrated track, but for now I think the Mario Kart Wii version is better. Wow, what a track this is! I did have very high hopes for this track, and it did not disappoint. For starters, this track makes you take different paths for each lap, just like a Mario Kart Tour city track. In fact, I think this is the only Mario Kart Tour non-city track to have this feature, which makes it stand out among all of the others of the Mario Kart Tour non-city tracks. The overall atmosphere of this track is amazing as well. It's quite similar to Dolphin Shoals in a way how this track primarily takes place underwater. The music is also really good, although it's nothing too special. I really like this track, and it's definitely the best track in the Acorn Cup. I was not expecting to like this track as much as I did. Like, wow, what a track this is, Nintendo. The music is epic to start off with. It's one of the best songs in Mario Kart Tour, along with Berlin Byways and New York Minutes. This track sets you on a fun adventure around the famous city of Madrid. And I think that this track is very representative of Spain as a whole. I really like how in one of the rooms you can see some Mario paintings, and also the part where you drive on the football pitch, which is really cool, especially since you need to drive into the goal, and when you do that, the crowd that's sitting in the stands of the pitch starts cheering as if you scored a goal. It's so cool. I love this track so much, Nintendo. Fantastic job. Okay, so this was the track that I was the least looking forward to. I mean, yeah, it's okay, it's not a bad track, and I do think that this version of Rosalina's Ice World is a lot better than the 3DS version. But it's still not good enough in order for me to like it. There's just nothing too special going on. I love the remix music though. Nintendo did do a good job remixing the music, but that's just not enough. This track just isn't good enough. It's too bland, too generic, and too unoriginal for me to like it. I'm sorry Nintendo, I just did not like this track very much. Now this was the track I was most looking forward to, and I was not disappointed. If anything, this track is even better than I expected. I can't believe it, after all these years we finally get a retro SNES Bowser's Castle, and it's a really good one too. This track is amazing. I love the anti-gravity section and the new walls that Nintendo added that you can drive on. Also the music is so cool. The music now has a new heavy metal feel to it that screams Bowser. This track visually looks so good too. The lava spouts and the flying balls and the new castle towers, so it actually looks like Bowser's Castle. Honestly, seeing this track just makes me wish Nintendo added in more Bowser's Castle to the Booster Course Pass, because they did such an amazing job with this one. I would love to have seen GBA Bowser's Castle 3 or Bowser's Castle 4, or maybe even Bowser's Castle 2 in this Booster Course Pass, or maybe even SNES Bowser's Castle 1, since, you know, it is the first ever Bowser's Castle. This is definitely the best SNES track in the entirety of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and yes, that does include SNES Rainbow Road. I could not have asked for much more with this track. It's just so amazing. What a privilege. What a privilege it is to drive on Wii's Rainbow Road. I honestly could not ask for a better Mario Kart track to end this entire Booster Course Pass than this one. Don't forget, Mario Kart Wii was the first Mario Kart I played, so Wii's Rainbow Road was the first Rainbow Road I ever played. So being able to race on this track again was an absolute joy and a massive wave of nostalgia. The music is absolutely magnificent and so nostalgic. I just could not stop smiling out of pure joy when racing on this track and hearing this nostalgic music. I also love how the entire track is in anti-gravity, and also the graphics look so amazing as well. I love it. But the only thing that's wrong with this track is that I do find this track to be so much easier than Mario Kart Wii's version. That's probably because Nintendo put a lot more guardrails in this version than they did in the original. I'm not super sure if that's true or not, but I do feel like that there are more guardrails in this version of the track, hence making it easier. But overall, this track is amazing. It's absolutely amazing. It's an absolutely amazing way to end a fantastic Booster Course Pass DLC. Honestly, Nintendo, take a bow, because that was amazing. So this is my top 8 list. So last place is 3DS Rosalina's Ice World. Yeah, I kind of expected Rosalina's Ice World to finish last, so no surprises there. Number 7 is GCN DK Mountain. Again, wasn't really expecting it to be ranked that high because I don't really like that track very much, so no surprises here either. And then Wii's Daisy Circuit number 6, a bit of a shame. It was a little bit disappointing, Daisy Circuit was. I just didn't like it as much as I wanted to, so it has to go into number 6, unfortunately. Number 5 was Rome Aviante. Yeah, bang average Mario Kart Tour City track, nothing more to be said about that. Number 4 is Madrid Drive. That track was really good. I was not expecting to like Madrid Drive as much as I did. That was really good. Number 3, Piranha Plant Cove. Yeah, again, another fantastic track that did not disappoint. Number 2, Wii's Rainbow Road. Massive wave of nostalgia. And of course, the track to win Wave 6 is SNES Bowser Castle 3. Honestly, I think Bowser Castle 3 deserves to win Wave 6. It's just an epic, fantastic track. Well, that's it. That's all. That is the end of the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pass DLC. My life, what a fantastic journey it has been. It's been an absolute pleasure to go on this Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pass DLC journey with you all. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and honestly, it's just been so good. I think Wave 6 was a good wave, but I don't actually think it was the best wave. If I go ahead and rank all of the waves, I say Wave 3 was probably the best wave of the whole Booster Course Pass. Then I'll say Wave 5 is the second best. The third best I'll say is this wave, Wave 6. The fourth best was Wave 1. The fifth best was Wave 4. And I think the worst wave of the Booster Course Pass was Wave 2. So yeah. But overall, I will rate Wave 6 an 8 out of 10.